Hi, this is Professor Charlie Evans. This morning I'd like to talk a little bit about Islam for our online survey history courses. And you're looking at my really brief notes that I have written up on early Islam. Just a couple of important ideas that you need to consider as you're studying Islam. Islam, of course, is connected with the life of the Prophet Muhammad, 570 to 632 of the Common Era. You can read about details of his life in the textbook and some of his beliefs. You can also look at some of the suggested lectures and websites that we have there. I'm going to make a quick note here that I'm trying really hard as I record this lecture not to have my chair squeaking all the time. Notice that it's bothered me with the last couple of videos that I've made. So I've switched desk chairs. Hopefully this thing won't be squeaking every time I move a little bit. The basic idea of Islam is that it is a monotheistic religion. It's part of the Judeo-Christian tradition, and so it's really best to think of a Islamic Judeo-Christian tradition because all three religions come from the same monotheistic root, the same kind of idea of the belief in the one all-powerful God, a very strict monotheism, the belief in basic virtues such as charity and a strict set of rituals that go along with the religion. You can read all that in your textbook, and the wiki entry is also pretty good at that. Usually when we study the history of Islam, you'll find a map such as this, which will show how Islam spread from its origins on the Arabian Peninsula, Mecca and Medina, and spread to encompass North Africa and much of the Near East. And while that's important, and that really focuses on the first 100, 200 years of Islam, um, I think what's more important, since this is a world history course, is that we look at the spread of Islam beyond the immediate Near Eastern area. This is actually the best map I could find, and it's not really a great map. It's actually pretty pathetic. Uh, but what is important about it is that it shows how Islam spread into Central Asia, uh, the southern part of Russia today, Central Asia, um, then Afghanistan, what would be Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, Indonesia, moving from west to east, and then also from north to south, south of the Saharan Desert, and then also along the east coast of Africa. And so Islam really became a worldwide religion as it spread to these areas. Now, to highlight that, um, if we look at the countries with the largest Muslim populations in the world today, and of course that's getting a little bit outside the bounds of History 111 or History 101. It's not any country in North Africa, it's not any country in the Near East, it's the countries of Asia. And the largest Muslim populations are in Indonesia, India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh. And then number 5 on the list is Nigeria, a sub-Saharan country. So it's also the most populous Muslim countries in the world are outside of what you would traditionally consider the heartland of Islam, the Near East. Now, what's also surprising about this list is that India has the second largest Muslim population in the world. And that might be something that you don't normally think about when you think about India and its relationship with Pakistan to the west or Bangladesh to the east. And so that's really symbolic of what Islam has become. It has become a world religion. And as Islam spread into these different areas of the world outside of the Near East, it encountered different cultures and different societies. And it integrated those cultures and societies in slightly different manners. And so the practice of Islam is going to be different in Saudi Arabia than it is in Nigeria, than it is in Indonesia or India or Pakistan. And that's something that you should really consider, always consider when you're thinking about and when you're studying the Islamic world. So I've only had brief remarks today. I got a phone ringing somewhere in my office here. Good luck. Thank you.